Hi, and welcome back to Football Made Simple. We're back with an in-depth tactical analysis of the Manchester derby as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer put his wits against Guardiola. United needed the win to continue their quest to finish in the top 4, while City needed it to return to the top of the league. In the end, the match ended 2-0 thanks to goals from Bernardo Silva and Leroy Sane. Let's dive into the tactics that led to this, but before we do, I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribe and share the video, as it helps small channels to grow. Leave a video suggestion or general comment down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Anyway, let's get into it. The home team lined up with what on paper was a 5-3-2. The back five consisted of Damian, Smalling and Lindelof, flanked by Shaw and Young. Ahead of this was a midfield three of Pogba, Pereira and Fred, complemented by Rashford and Lingard up top. City stuck to their usual 4-3-3, with the back four of Walker, Kompany, Laporte and Zinchenko. Midfield duties were left up to Fernandinho, Gundogan and David Silva. The front three consisted of Bernardo Silva, Sterling and Aguero. Now, let's look at the in-game tactics, focusing on the four main areas of tactical periodization. A video explaining all of these terms is linked in the cards now. We'll start off with City's game plan as they were the more proactive. They used the usual game plan when building up from deep, with either Gundogan or Fernandinho dropping deep to pick up the ball. However, a key element I'd like to point out is how they responded when they reached the United block. United used a medium block, so City usually encountered them around the halfway line. Due to using a front two, United were often able to close passing lanes to the centre-backs. But instead of solely depending on their midfielders to drop deep and give options, City fullbacks, especially Walker, were willing to hit big diagonals to the opposite fullback, usually Zinchenko. Back. This means that no one is pressing Gundogan. Bernardo Silva, now playing as a central midfielder, stays wide, meaning United cannot 2 versus 1 Sterling in the wide areas. David Silva does the same on the opposite side with Sane keeping his width, and Aguero drops deep, giving them numbers on the opposite side which attract the United defence. Bernardo and Sterling wide create a 2 versus 2, which allows Bernardo to take on his man 1 versus 1 and eventually score. The second goal came as United were pressing for the equaliser. There was a turnover in midfield and United's defence did not communicate effectively, as they didn't cover the runner or press the ball carrier effectively. This gave Sane space in the box to have a shot unmarked. But how about United? What did they do? Well, United had a clear game plan with the ball. When they received the ball, they were aware that City would press them with a high 4-3-3. This is because United often received the ball after dispossessing City deep in their own half, meaning the City fullbacks would still be pushed high. So this left space behind the fullbacks, which United targeted with long balls into their channels, with their centre to it and dragging centre-backs out of position. This can be shown in the heat maps of both Rashford and Lingard. When United had controlled possession, they wanted to attack from the wide areas. The left centre-back would often move higher, whilst Pogba moved wide to join Shaw. This would allow them to have a numerical advantage out wide, allowing them to try work passes behind City's high line. In the transition, again they aimed to exploit the spaces left by the fullbacks out wide and behind the line. However, City defended in a 4-5-1 and stayed compact. limiting United chances to an XG of 0.51 overall. Overall, City were clinical, making the most of their chances and uncharacteristic De Gea mistakes to secure the win. Solskjaer's initial tactics worked perfectly, but Pep pivoting to overload the wide areas led to the win. If you want to view our other analysis videos, check the cards now, including United vs Barcelona. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and share the video. And remember, keep it simple.